Good day, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. This is Mario. Um, Before we can just delve into the things that you have to do after registering your company, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm just gonna quickly delve into the main things that you need to cover or you need to do immediately after registering your company. The first thing, you're going to get your CIPC documents, which is your company registration document, your Memorandum of Incorporation, the BBE certificate, and other applicable documents from CIPC. And then those documents, they are the proof of registration, the proof of ownership, if you are a black, if you are a white, and also shows level of black business empowerment for government projects. So those documents are the first documents that you're gonna get just immediately after registering your company. Secondly, we're gonna jump into the tax compliance, which is regulated by the South African Revenue Services. You're gonna have to be compliant with the tax regulations. But when you register your company or just after you get registered, you're gonna get a document from SARS. It's gonna be sent to you automatically, showing that, or it will be a proof of registration with the South African Revenue Services. And that document will contain your company details, your company name, your registration number, and your tax registration number, which is a tax number. And then you're gonna have to appoint officials. In other words, with the South African Revenue Services, they want you to appoint at least one person to be a representative of your company for tax services. So that will enable you to be able to file the returns, to view the correspondences that will be sent to you by the SARS, and do all other things in the e-filing system. So that is also a requirement or a tax requirement for your company to be compliant. Then we're gonna jump into the third thing, or the third critical thing you have to consider after registering your company, which is opening a business bank account. Immediately when you register a business, those documents are the way for you to have a business bank account. So the banks require you to possess those documents for them to be able to assist you with your business bank account. So the CIPC document, which is the COR 14.3, your Memorandum of Incorporation, your certified ID copy, and I think some require proof of residence. So those are the documents that you're going to need when you're opening a business bank account. And then you're going to go to the fourth thing, or the fourth critical thing that you have to consider just after registering your company, or after getting registered as a business, which is to register with the unemployment insurance fund or the compensation fund. This applies to those that will be hiring employees. Please take note that applies to the companies that are going to be hiring employees. You have to register with the unemployment insurance fund or the compensation fund. Now we're going to move to the fifth or the fifth thing that you have to consider when after registering your company, or the crucial thing that you have to do after registering your company. You have to obtain industry specific licenses and permits. Depending on the business type or the nature of the business, you have to apply for permits, licenses that helps you or that enables you to operate in that specific industry. For example, if you are in credit provision, you have to register with the NCR, which is the regulatory authority for credit providers. If you want to deal with funeral policies, you have to register with the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. If you are dealing with cleaning, you have to register with the National Contract Cleaning Association and other bodies which applies to the industry that you're operating in. And then we move to the seventh thing that you have to consider just after registering your company, you have to set up accounting and bookkeeping system. This is a very crucial part because that's where you maintain your financial records, you maintain your clients' records, and everything that is related to finance and also payments. So this will help you to easily maneuver the process of building financial statements with your accountant. But this system can also be done through the accountant and also bookkeepers. You can have an accountant, you can hire bookkeepers. That depends on how big your business is and also depending on how you're going to be operating. And then we move to the eighth thing or the eighth crucial thing that you have to consider after registering your business, which is complying with the CIPC requirements. You have to submit annual requirements or annual returns to the CIPC as your records or as your reports of finances. This should be done after you've drafted your financial statements so that the information that is on your financial statements can also, I can say, can match with the information that you're going to submit to the CIPC. This also applies to the South African Revenue Services. You have to submit annual returns each and every year. This is one of the most crucial thing and the most crucial step that you have to follow as a registered business. And then we move to the ninth thing that you have to consider when you are registered or just after you register your business. This is to make sure that your business operates with direction, with a plan, and also for you to be able to generate proper profits in a proper way. You have to develop business plans, market the business, apply for funding and tenders, register on the supplier databases. It can be a government database, private companies, and other organizations or institutions. And then the last one is to ensure ongoing legal compliance. This is a very crucial and or important step to consider just after you have registered your business because you have to maintain compliance. You have to keep your company records in good standing with all the regulatory bodies I have mentioned from the top to the bottom, from the CIPC, from the SARS, the UIF, and the Compensation Fund, and all other bodies that applies to the industry that you are working in. Don't forget to subscribe, follow our channel, and keep learning.